Okay, thank you, Tom. If you're on the net Thursday, the comment I made was the next couple of weeks are fairly light, and then April hits it pretty hard. So if you're a state hunter like Jim or somebody else, you can see up there, it's limited in March. We got the Virginia QSO party and the CQ Worldwide the next couple weeks. That CQ Worldwide is a pretty big deal. In April, for QSO parties, we've got Mississippi, Louisiana, Missouri, North Dakota, and Georgia. The first 2 weeks, and then you add the America 250. So, Jim, you're going to be pretty busy looking for states in April. It looks like what 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 plus all of those. So. And then on the 18th, which happens to be our meeting, it's the World Amateur Radio Day, and ARRL recommends that you set up a banner, and if you can put up radios, that's great. If not, at least have literature out. So I don't know if the Tom or the church would allow us to put up any literature if we even wanted to do that. April, you can see Mississippi, Ontario, Florida, Georgia. Jim, do you chase the Canadian?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Ontario, and then it's interesting. If you're a POTA hunter, I think Lucian, you're a big POTA hunter, aren't you?
Not big. I've lost weight.
An active POTA hunter.
Fairly, not like those guys.
Okay. Oklahoma lists one, Texas lists one, and then the POTA website lists the four POTA's activities a year: spring, summer, winter, fall. You just have to check that POTA.app. I think that's what it is, to check out when those are. Oops. Oh, I guess I'm done. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Going into that, there's special event stations. I don't know if anybody here is interested, but Sable Island is on, CY0, and Macau is on, XX4, isn't it, Coy?
XX9. XX9.
XX9. So,
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that. That would be a DX, not a special event. Dick doesn't come to our meetings, and he really likes the special events, and for whatever reason, people aren't turning them in, and sometimes they turn them in after the print date of the magazine. So I pull up the special event, and it's for an event that's already passed. So the special events, it just really been dull the last couple months. There's a few of them of interest, but Dick is particularly likes the special
you're
events.
talking real special events.
Yeah.
Like N9W and stuff like that.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, so I DX. To me, a new DX is a special event for me. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? All right. Turn it back to Tom. Turn it back to Bill.
Actually, it should be the other bill for our secretary's report.
Thank you very much. The secretary's report, the minutes of the last meeting were emailed out. Also, link to the last meeting's videos also put out, emailed out. Also, both minutes and video segments and calendars are up on Facebook. So, if you can go there and find out all that. Also, I want to piggyback on the presentation here. Tom will email me a link, and I will include that link to Tamitha's presentation. I'll include that to the minutes. I will not, however, include that in the video segments because I don't want to deal with copyright issues. So, not going to be on YouTube. But anyway, that's it. That's what I got. Back to you.
Treasurer's report.
Does anybody have any money questions to address to Sam?
We don't have enough.
Never have
Okay,
enough.
everybody was given the treasurer's report. Okay, from my point of view, we've just updated the OCAPA new member kit that new members get, and I trust Tom will mail it out to you all, email. And there's another issue that's arisen. A couple of people have mentioned to me that they're concerned about the change in policy concerning new members getting a complimentary year. It's now shorter, less than a year. Think about it so we can have a motion for the next meeting to see if we ought to go back to the way it was where people get a complimentary 12 months.
I thought we settled that by a vote.
We did. There have been concerns, and there perhaps was not enough time to think about it.
Can I fill in, Arnie, a little bit?
Yes.
Maybe translate a little bit? No, I don't need that. I have a big mouth.
We know.
Oh, thanks. I love you too. Basically, what happened is when we put the new fee payment structure into place, if you're a new member, like Junior, and you get your free membership, you're not getting the full year that we normally gave new members. You get whatever's left of that calendar year. And the reason I stood up is I'm on the side of let's make it back to a full year. So, like, if you join in July, you have till next July when your 1 year free time ends up, rather than in January when the dues come due again. I just tried to explain it a little bit better. I don't know if I was successful or not. But what Arnie and I talked about before the meeting was that we really need the club to decide if it's really going to be a full year or if it's just for the remainder of whatever year that they take their test and pass. It's not a question for this meeting, just something to think about for, as Arnie said, the next meeting. Did I help?
Thank you kindly.
Okay.
You clarified that with no quantum mechanics.
I have a math degree. I can get into that.
Yes, you can.
My son says that quantum mechanics is the dreams of which stuff is made.
Bill, I do have one comment from
Yes.
the treasurer's side. I've had several people ask me, if you look at the treasurer's report, our major expenditure every month is electricity at the Newcastle site. And it runs somewhere between $75 and $85 a month, depending. And so I've had several people ask me what that is, okay? And so just real briefly, right now, running minimal stuff, it costs us about 50 cents a day for the actual electricity. Okay, so we're talking about $15 of that 75 to 85 is the actual electricity. There's $10 or it's at $9 basically for the security light that's on the pole out there. And I do not know whether that includes the electricity to run that. It's an LED, so it's not going to be burning a whole lot. But I keep thinking I'm going to call them and ask them if that $9 includes the electricity or if we're also paying for the electricity. And the rest of that is all taxes and the service fee just to be hooked up. The site out there is a commercial site. It's got 3-phase electricity, and I don't see, we've asked them about that. I don't see that changing. So basically, the bulk of that 75 to 85 that we're paying every month is because it's a service fee for having a commercial hookup. So anyway, if anybody has any more questions or would like to look at the bills, I get them every month, and would like more detail on a month by month, I'll be glad to share that. So.
All right. OCAPA report.
Hey, we had a great net this past Thursday night. We had, I think, what was it, Terry, 18,
Actually, you cheated yourself. It was 19 plus 1.
19. I was so close.
You count the repeater, that'll make it 20.
And we had a repeater agility exercise from 8-2 up to UHF. Still looking, we'd like to have at least one more net control station. So if you might be interested in being a net control operator, please get hold of Jim Richardson or Terry or myself or Dick Sharp. and we can get set up. We have a new script that we're considering, so you don't have to make it up as you go along. We've got everything nicely written out. Our main concern will be which repeaters you can access, all or just 2 of them, or maybe just 1. But if you're interested, contact one of us, we can get you set up. Okay?